When Clara moved into the old boarding house, she was just looking for a quiet place to finish her thesis. The rent was cheap, the room was small but livable, and the landlady, Mrs. Kettering, seemed friendly enough, though she made one rule very clear. The third floor is locked for a reason. No one goes up there, ever. Clara thought it was just some eccentric old woman's way of protecting her private storage or maybe keeping squatters out. She didn't press. The first 2 nights were quiet, uneventful. On the third night, around 3:15 a.m., Clara woke to the sound of slow, deliberate footsteps above her head. Her room was on the second floor. She remembered Mrs. Kettering's warning, but the sound was unmistakable. Someone was walking on the third floor. She mentioned it over breakfast. Mrs. Kettering stared at her for a long moment, then simply said, "You must have been dreaming," and walked away. Her tone made it clear the conversation was over. The next night, the footsteps came again, louder, pacing. Clara put in earplugs and tried to sleep, but when she woke, she found muddy footprints on her ceiling. Small ones, bare feet. On the 5th night, the footsteps turned to dragging sounds. A low moan followed. Clara had enough. She grabbed her phone, a flashlight, and crept upstairs, heart pounding. The hallway on the 3rd floor was coated in dust, except for one clean trail leading to the last door on the right. The doorknob was cold, like touching dry ice. But it turned. Inside was a child's bedroom, untouched by time. Wallpaper of faded stars and moons peeled to the corners. A toy chest sat under the window. A mobile hung over a tiny bed, and in the middle of the floor, facing the wall, stood a boy. Still, silent. His skin was pale gray and his back bulged unnaturally, like something was inside trying to push its way out. When Clara whispered, "Hello?" he turned. His eyes were gone. In their place were writhing holes, dark and endless, and from his mouth spilled a sound no child should make, wet, gargling, ancient. Clara ran. She didn't stop until she burst into Mrs. Kettering's kitchen, trembling, gasping, eyes wild. The landlady didn't even flinch. "I told you not to go up there," she said calmly, placing a kettle on the stove. "What is that?" Clara cried. "That thing! It's a child, but it's not." Mrs. Kettering turned, finally meeting Clara's eyes. "That's my son, or what's left of him. I locked him away after he came back." Back? He drowned in 1963. Clara moved out the next morning. She never finished her thesis. But every now and then, when the wind is just right, she swears she hears the mobile creaking. And sometimes, the faint sound of small bare feet above her head. Even in buildings with no 3rd floor.